Good evening. I'm Jimmy Holbrook, a candidate for Commissioner of Chattooga County. And once again, I'm doing my weekly video and want to say thank you to all the people who have reached out to me over the past week. I've talked to people from all over Chattooga County, from the Taloga area, the Menlo area, Cloudland, Subligna, Gore, Lyerly, Somerville, Tryon, Penville, Mountain View. It's been a good week. We've heard from a lot of people who are supporting this campaign and who have decided to vote for positive change this November. I would love to have a conversation with you. The way things are right now, I'm not comfortable going door to door because some people still don't want you to come to their homes, and we don't know which ones do and which ones don't. So the best way I know to do campaigning right now is just to ask you to contact me, and we can talk in person. Be happy to come and talk to you, or we can talk on the phone. We can email back and forth. We can messenger back and forth on Facebook, whatever you're comfortable with. But I do want you to get your questions answered. I've had people who have asked me questions about myself over the past week. I've had people who have asked me important questions about our county's future, and I'm happy to answer all of them. I would encourage you to visit our website, jimmyforcommissioner.com. There you'll find an issues page, and if you click on that page, you'll find several articles that I have written outlining the things that I want to do as your commissioner. And hopefully that can answer some of your questions. We are adding to that website quite often, so be sure to check back at jimmyforcommissioner.com, and I will continue to outline for you my views of what we need to do in this county. As your commissioner, I want you to know that you can always have a conversation with me. And I encourage you to do so now as I'm a candidate. I want to talk to you, and I want to hear your concerns and your ideas. Just because we elect a sole commissioner doesn't mean that that sole commissioner shouldn't seek input, and especially from the voters, the people of this county. You know, one of the things that keeps coming up as I'm talking to people, either in person or on the phone or via the internet, is the issue of our county's finances. Our county's finances are not in good shape. And it's quite evident when we're having to borrow millions of dollars each year to supplement a budget which has already been increased by property tax increases, that something's wrong. You can't simply keep spending more money than you're bringing in. And I know that the solutions to this issue will not be easy, but I also know that my experience has been that when you start looking at things and making the proper decisions and then sticking with them, that you can turn things around. I've been in business for myself since I was 27 years old, and I've started several businesses that are still going today. And the way I've always done it in business is when times get tough, one of the things that you do is you start looking at the revenue that you already have coming in, and you decide what the best way to spend that revenue is. That means sometimes you have to cut some things out. Sometimes you have to cut things back. And sometimes you need to do things differently, entirely differently than what you were doing before. But I think that our county needs to be maximizing what revenue we do have coming in. And there are several ideas that I have about that I think can help our county in our current budget situation. We've talked a lot over the past week with several folks about property tax assessments. And you probably got your assessment in the mail, and you've probably looked at that and thought, maybe this is assessed way too much, or maybe you're really happy because it's not assessed enough. I think that we need to totally revamp our assessments in this county. We need to make sure that our assessments are being done in a fair and equitable manner. Most people want to pay their fair share, but they don't want to pay more than their fair share, and that's certainly understandable. You've probably heard the old adage, it takes money to make money, and I believe that applies to our property assessments. We need to do what's necessary, even if it means spending extra financial resources to make sure that our property assessments are accurate. Confidence about our property assessments among our taxpayers is low, and we need to change that. It is vital to the financial health of our county that we are taxing property properly. There are other areas in our county that we may be able to do better in. One of those is the Chattooga Water District. Now, we currently do not have a water board. For over 50 years, we did have, and I would like to bring that back. I would like to have a small water board consisting of 2 or 3 people who have a background in business, who can look at our water revenue that's coming in and make sure that we are meeting the needs of our current water customers, look for areas where we still need to expand water. We've done a great job in this county of expanding rural water, but there are still some areas that need to be served. And it may be that we need to get with municipal water sources, Tryon or Lyerly or Menlo, and talk to them about expanding areas. But we need to make sure that every address in Chattooga County has water available. That's vital for folks moving in, looking at our county. It's vital for industry. And it's also an area where our county may be able to expand water sales to either the municipalities here in the county or to water systems outside our county. Those are things that I would like to look at with a small water board to help me look at the revenue and make sure that we're doing things the proper way. I would like to make sure that Public Works has a plan for how they are going to go about maintaining our roadways in Chattooga County. We don't need to wait until a fire starts to put the fire out and call that good enough. We need to have a plan and a regular schedule for maintaining our roads in this county. And if you've driven around on county roads, you know that a lot of them need some attention. And I would like to bring that attention to those areas. And I think that we can do this by prioritizing some of the trouble spots and making sure that we get those things taken care of, and then coming up with a plan where the public knows where Public Works is going to be, where they know when roads are going to be mowed, when they know when roads are going to be repaired. Of course, there's always going to be emergency issues that may preempt that plan, but we need to have a plan in place so that the public has confidence in their county government. I want to make sure that the people of this county can trust that their county government is spending their tax dollars wisely. And the best way that I know to do that is to just lay everything out there for everybody to see. A lot of times the only time we hear from our county government is when we're going to have a tax increase. And that's just simply not the way that it should be. We should make sure that we are publishing financial data about our county on a regular basis. And we should make sure that the people of this county know exactly where our county stands financially. And that's what I want to do as your commissioner. Now, again, if you have questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. I'm really excited about all the people who have contacted me and told me that they're supporting this campaign. So we need your vote in November. We're going to make a difference in Chattooga County, and I look forward to hearing from you. My phone number again is 706-936-3719. My email address, jimmyforcommissioner@gmail.com. You can find me on Facebook, and also be sure to check out our website at jimmyforcommissioner.com. Thanks for listening.